Hello, my name is Nidhi Patel, and my case study is on the Turkish Airline Flight 981 crash. This crash happened on March 3, 1974, in what was known as the deadliest crash in the world at that time. I will be explaining the reason behind this crash in this video. This flight had departed from Istanbul and was supposed to land in London Heathrow with an intermediate stop in Paris. During this flight, the rear cargo door of the McDonnell Douglas DC-1010 was incorrectly secured and bursted open. There was a decompression which sucked the last two rows of the seats through a hole in the plane. The pilot lost control due to several critical parts of the plane, causing them to crash in the forest. I will be showing you a picture of the flight before it departed and after it crashed in the forest. In total, all 346 people on board lost their lives, 11 crew members and 335 passengers, including the 6 who died after the cabin section was ripped off. The investigation centered around the cargo door and the reason it ripped off. The U.S. National Transportation Safety Board, aka NTSB, found that the cargo door design was dangerously flawed. The door could be closed without a locking mechanism fully engaged. The research starts by examining the design and manufacturing procedures used by the company to create the cargo door. In order to maintain cabin pressure and allow passengers to breathe high altitudes, every door on an aircraft must be well constructed. There were 3 separate sets of control cables that were installed in the DC-10 that passed through the cabin floor that broke when the floor fell. The investigation sparked blame on Turkish Airlines as well as McDonnell Douglas, with both at fault for different parts of the crisis. Although McDonnell Douglas thought that he had handled the situation fairly, hundreds of people died as a result of the company's complete lack of respect for ethics and safety. Accordingly, this analysis concludes that McDonnell Douglas is mostly to blame for the catastrophe, even though several private and public variables contributed to this problem. While Douglas may have contributed to this catastrophe, the company's primary ethical failing was not doing proper investigation at all stages of decision-making during the product's existence. McDonnell Douglas was provided with enough information and multiple chances to identify the flaws in their product. The fact that this was the first wide-body airline to suffer a complete crash made this accident extremely tragic. Today, McDonnell Douglas can easily apply the lessons that he learned from this tragedy. This case study is out to assist future companies in focusing on ethical and safety concerns. The crash of Flight 981 was indeed a learning experience for the entire airline industry. The purpose of this catastrophe lay in a poor handling of design and manufacturing. Even after a similar failure of mode-related mid-flight occurrence, there seemed to be a continued lack of awareness of the potential for disaster, even if it was not noticed during the production stages. The company had blamed every other party involved instead of taking fault. In my opinion, I think there should have been more trial and errors that should have been happened before making the design. The tragic story of Turkish Airlines Flight 981 serves as a prime illustration of engineering applications of ethics. Thank you and goodbye.